Back here in Lincoln, and this is what got us to extra innings, Colin.
Isaac Sturgis, no doubter into the night sky. I mean, I guess it barely cleared the fence, but
it was still a no-doubter.
It was still a no-doubter. We knew it as soon as it was hit up here in the booth. Got the hero's welcome into that Michigan State dugout. He actually got punched in the face.
Oh,
he
man.
loved the passion that this Spartan team has. Not willing to give up. They are 3-8. They've only won a couple games on the road this season. They haven't played at home yet. Other 5 games being neutral sites. But Isaac Sturgis, I mentioned it in that at-bat. He was the other main power threat for the Spartans. Aside from Randy Seymour, he showed it off, and he's the reason we're playing free baseball.
Free baseball is great, except when it's cold.
Yeah, this is the time of the year you wish it was mid-July.
Swung on and missed from Seymour. You mentioned how Michigan State still hasn't been at home, and they're not going to get home to play any games for a little while still. They still got to making a trip to Rutgers next weekend. They're going to Eastern Michigan next Wednesday, and then a non-con game with Michigan that's not going to count towards the Big Ten standings. That's on March the 18th, and then they get to open up the home slate against Iowa on March the 20th. So yeah, they get an odd non-conference game against in-state rival Michigan, and then they get to play Michigan in April in East Lansing. That does count.
Danny, can you explain that one? Why is that not a conference game?
Well, my guess is Seymour fouls it off and strikes out for out number 1. Unger racks up strikeout number 3. He's looked great.
Unger has really cleaned up the mess that Kevin Manel made. Not to bring down Kevin Manel, but how about this pitch from Jayshon Unger right by you and down on the Husker bench. I know they're saying Louisiana because that one was by you.
Next pitch is in for a strike. Oh, cha is what I have to say to that one. But anyway, this is lifted high in the air. Converging is the Bermuda Triangle. Laying out, falling down. That's going to be a double. We lost the ball again. No one was covering third base. And McKay realized it too late that no one was there. Crashing in was Overby, Carey, and Nunez. Rhett Stokes was covering second, and I think Unger forgot to go to third base.
Danny, the same thing happened there. The wind pushed it back inside. I thought Nunez was taking a great route to the ball. You can see how far away he was from where it landed, and right on cue, he
just gets pulled out of the game. Drew Grego's coming in.
An interesting one, but the flags out there in left field, Danny, you take a look up at them. They've been blowing from left to right all game long. So by now, you should have it adjusted. You should be adjusted to that wind. It hasn't changed here in the past couple of hours.
So Drew Grego, the freshman from Papillion, Nebraska, is now in left field. That just leaves Mac Moyer from the starting outfield. That is still in this game as Unger misses high.
That one had a little bit on. I thought that was going to be given in favor of Unger, but you could see Nick Williams, he kind of nodded backwards. His knees were buckled there as well. We've seen that a couple of times tonight.
That's in there for a called strike at 82. There you see Drew Grego. Went to Bellevue West High School. And the number 7 overall prospect by perfect game in the state of Nebraska in his class. Jeter Worthley was number 6. So this one is fouled away.
So you're saying they were numbers? No?
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. None of the kids that would care for that are listening right now.
You never know.
They're probably all asleep.
You never at 7:30, Danny Berg, or 6:50.
You're bad at time.
You've been here for hours, man.
1-2 on the way is laced into right field. Going back is Butenbach. He makes the catch. Tagging and getting to third base is McKay. Doing the job is Nick Williams advancing the runner. 2 outs now with the go-ahead run 90 feet away.
And Nick Williams, you just said it, doing a job. I'm sure the guys in the dugout will appreciate that one big time. For Max Butenbach's sake, I'm glad he saw that one. That's about the first or maybe second time he's seen one tonight.
Back on your question about the non-conference scheduling, my guess is that one or both of those schools was trying to get a midweek game and they couldn't figure out an opponent, couldn't get a contract signed as Broski takes strike one from Unger. So they're like, hey, you're not that far away. You guys want to play a one-off game? Sure, why not? We see a lot of that in the ACC for football now, that they have an uneven amount of teams. But I don't know if we'll see that anymore with their new format.
Don't you know it just means more, Danny?
You got the wrong conference.
Oh, I heard it.
I said
what conference did you say?
The All Coast Conference.
Oh, that is just not even close to what I was. Oh, I heard SEC.
You poor thing.
Oh, goodness.
Our hearing isn't good anymore, which probably is bad for being our age.
At the ripe old age of 21.
I know, right? Bouncing ball, Overbeek, ranges over, got to get it off, and he will to end the threat. McKay had a chance to score, but the threat is neutralized. We head to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 4. Back here in Lincoln, Nebraska, as Haymarket Park welcomes you, and I'm waving. I don't know if you can see us, but you know what? We're having a ball with baseball. Let's take a look at the radar if we can get it up on our. There we go. So you see Lincoln at about the middle of your screen. There is stuff on the way. It eventually is getting here. We were supposed to get it at around 3 o'clock, and then it didn't, and then it still didn't, and Memorial Stadium is still dry. It usually doesn't look very good when it rains.
I'm going to have some serious questions, Danny, if this one ends up getting delayed at this point in the game, because we sat here for 2 hours before the game waiting for it to start, and it never happened. So,
have you seen that clip where this group in Florida went to the local weather station and they protested the weatherman? I have a feeling that there are some angry baseball fans that went to Haymarket Park today that are going to go down to one of the TV stations in town and start protesting the weatherman.
It's always Florida, Danny.
Of course it's Florida. Josh Overbeek swings and misses, and I think it got a piece of Broski behind the plate. Greeley still going. No activity in Nebraska's bullpen to report. There is some throwing going down in Michigan State's bullpen, but we can't really see it from here.
Josh Overbeek, Cincinnati, Ohio native. This is his third college. He's played at Pittsburgh and Cisco College before coming over to the Huskers in 24.
And he's been here for a little while now.
He definitely has. He had a great year with the Huskers last year. He played in 52 games with them, so a nice sample size and 174 at-bats.
Overbeek swings and misses, now 1-2.
One thing I liked about in that at-bat in the third inning from Overbeek is that he fought his way to a nice count and then battled a pitch into left field. He's got to do the same here, Danny.
Overbeek stands, Greeley's ready to throw pitch number 10 of his outing. And Overbeek waves and misses for strike 3.
Some off-speed cheddar for Greeley. That's his first strikeout in this one, and we feel a hint of mist up in the air, Danny, and here it comes.
Don't put that into the world. We don't want it yet.
Maybe if we do the rain dance again, it will subside.
It's kept it away this long. So here's Carey. Tie for ball 1. Colin, we're in a situation for Nebraska where you lost Jet Buck from your lineup. You don't have Devin Nunez in your lineup anymore. You now have Rhett Stokes and Drew Grigo in there for you. How does that change your approach on offenses? Carey lines this one out into left field, diving for it, and making the catch is Williams. What a play! Saves a double.
Nick Williams took away extra bases there, Danny. Off the bat, it looked a lot better, but a solid line drive down the left field line. It was going to be the answer to your question, maybe more of a fly ball. But Nick Williams covering ground out there in left field. definitely taking away extra bases. And my answer to your question was going to be rely on your guys like Dylan Carey, but Williams says no. And the Spartans are still in this one.
So that'll give us Case Sanderson. First pitch on the way is not there for Greeley.
To give you a little more though, Danny, you got to rely on the guys who have been there all year long. Overbeek, Carey. I'd even argue Case Sanderson's had a fantastic start to the year. He fouls that one back to the left, but I mean, what a play out there from Nick Williams. That can't be understated. This team is 3-8 early on. You make that play, plays like that can change your season, Danny, and it hopefully gives them a platform to build off of.
1-1 on the way is low for ball 2.
It feels like that one sort of sucked the environment out of Haymarket Park. I mean, there are
easily
fans who are
I could probably count the amount of fans that are still here. It's not many.
They've taken off as
they're probably watching us.
We're 2 minutes away from an official
high-ticketed fans that were here earlier.
Danny Berg weather update.
2-1. This is lifted high in the air. Case Sanderson calls game. Case Sanderson with his first home run of the season, and we get a light show.
The junior from Nevada, Missouri ends this one, sends the fans that are still left here at Haymarket Park home happy. What a swing, what a drive. Much like last night at softball, Danny, hello parking lot.
That one easily made the parking lot as Case Sanderson wins it for Nebraska. What a mash. And it's just a rocket off the bat.
He's been doing it all year long for the Huskers, and he was the answer tonight. What a swing from Case Anderson. The Huskers go home happy and take game 1 of this 3-game set.
He gets doused as they're now working on the field. My goodness, what a swing. And Nebraska escapes with the win after a huge 3-run home run was hit by Isaac Sturgis in the 9th. Heartbreak for the Spartans here in game 1.
Danny, especially after that amazing catch from Nick Williams in the left, you were thinking maybe a couple more pitches, they'll get back in their dugout, get ready to hit, go to the top of the 11th. No siree, we're going home.
And the bat flip to cap it off for Case Sanderson. Jay-Sean Unger will get the win tonight, and J.D. Greeley will get the loss. That is the first loss of the season for Greeley and the second win of the season for Jay-Sean Unger. But how about the resilience of Nebraska's offense coming in to this game to finish things off? Game 2 is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, right back here on Big Ten Plus. For Colin Dolvan, for our crew here in Lincoln, doing a fantastic job as always, working overtime. I'm Danny Berg saying thank you for watching this presentation of Big Ten Baseball. Nebraska walks off Michigan State in 10, 5-4. Thank you for watching Big Ten Plus.